So I met my situationship on a singles trip.
A situationship will teach you a lot of things.
Cheated on me with 4 other girls.
Always trust your intuition.
In my head, I keep hearing bare minimum, bare minimum. On social media, I'm completely alone.
If a man gives you that feeling that you need to go stalk him, he's not the one.
But I still say a lot of things which could potentially get me cancelled.
Hello guys and welcome back to the Coffee Club, the coffee date you don't cancel.
Today's guest is someone who has built her entire platform off saying exactly what most people are too afraid to admit. She's unfiltered, unapologetic, and not here to sugarcoat anything, whether it's about dating, confidence, or the realities of being an influencer, as well as working with some of the most incredible global brands. If you've ever found yourself thinking something but haven't had the courage to say it out loud, chances are she has already said it. Welcome to the Coffee Club, Twinkle.
Thank you so much. That was actually such a cool intro.
I literally sat and stalked you for 3 hours.
Oh,
I just
wow.
had to. I mean, I know it sounds creepy, but like I've never done that before.
That sounds really crazy.
It's fine. I'm a huge stalker.
But the thing
So I
is,
get
like,
it.
it's one thing to stalk someone just because you're like stalking to like look at their content. It's another thing where you have to like gather information. So I had to be like, okay, wait, like let me look at this video and this picture and this video.
Oh yes, because you carried on sharing things with me and you was like, oh my God, did you see this video?
I was like, did you know that Twinkle said that? And then I'm like writing it down. I'm like, we need to ask her this.
Oh, that's... Okay, I'm very excited now.
I'm so excited to have you here. Honestly, you are incredible. Your content is so engaging.
Thank you.
Genuinely, I hate watching influencers' content.
And your content is very refreshing.
Out
Thank
of the
you.
box. Oh my God, I just love
Stop.
complimenting other women.
I have a random question for you.
Okay.
What's the last thing you wrote in your notes app?
Okay, let me check actually. Hold on.
The most crazy
Because now
thing.
I'm curious about it. Oh. Okay, so the last... This is so funny because everyone was asking me to start a business.
Okay.
So then I was thinking about it, like if I had to start a business, what would the names be? So I wrote down a list of 5 names that I could potentially use for a business.
I love
That was on my notes
That's
app.
a good notes
Yeah.
app. What would be
Yeah.
your last thing on your notes app?
Oh my God, let me. Mine's definitely something crazy and unhinged. Like I'm disgusted by myself already.
Do you want to hear mine? Things to fix at home. The fridge door. The hallway lights. All of the door handles.
No, mine is Twinkle Stanley. She quit her job 2 years ago. She blew up on social media 3 years ago. Now she's looking for a job. I need to stop. Okay, bye.
So she stalked you really hard.
I
Okay.
stalked you really hard. But my first question is that you've built a brand off of saying the most unhinged, most realistic things that people are too scared to admit. Was there ever a moment where you felt like, okay, maybe this might be too much?
Is it about my brand in general or is there any specific thing that you're referring to?
No, just in general, I feel like sometimes maybe it's a regional thing, but I think 10 times before saying something. And then when someone else says, I'm like, I had the same thought. I should have just said it. You do that and it's so well received because like your audience loves you. They really look at, like a lot of people... I just know everything about you. Like a lot of people were like, I wish I had someone to post this kind of content when I was growing up. Like they say those things.
Yeah.
I have goosebumps.
I think it's because I used to work for a magazine before, so I'm very used to that process of getting, you know, things approved. So I know how, like, what's allowed and what's not.
Okay.
So even when I share my opinions, I feel like I have that very internal filter of what will be well received
Okay.
or what's a little bit riskier but still won't get me in trouble. But I still say a lot of things which could potentially get me cancelled, but it's just not as atrocious. So I kind of stay in that sweet spot where I say what comes to my mind, but I also know how to play it safe.
Yeah, she's like, I'm still filtering this. If you guys knew the real unfiltered thoughts. So I want to know, who was Twinkle before social media?
I think before social media, I was someone that just loved learning. And my first ever job was a photographer. So I used to work as a photographer many years. I think I started learning it at 15 or 16. I used to teach myself and I used to be a wedding photographer. I used to freelance and I would get paid like 300 dirhams for 12 hours.
Girl,
That is slavery.
That is slavery. I did not know that.
Child labor.
Yeah, so I used to be a photographer, I used to be a videographer. And after working in that industry for a while, I just really hated it because I did it throughout university and maybe for the first 1 or 2 years after uni. And I've also worked at Namshi and all of these e-commerce websites. I used to do like freelance photography for them. And then I did an internship at Cosmo, which was the first 6 months. I think I interned there for 6 months, and it just introduced me to this corporate world. And I just fell in love with how much I could learn from just being around the smartest women. So that, like, I just loved my experience at Cosmo. And I was there for nearly 3 to 4, I think I was there for 4 years. And that's when my social media, like, just took off. But while I was there, I was this kind of awkward, quiet person that would not speak up in meetings. Like, me on social media is actually so different versus me in the corporate world. In the corporate world, I'm not that person that just, walks around and makes friends. I'm this really quiet, shy person that, almost gets like some kind of anxiety attack before I speak. That's how anxious I used to be. So social media just became that kind of outlet where I feel like I could just be myself. And that's why I think I'm able to just say whatever comes to my mind, because it's that place where I just feel so comfortable being in my own skin.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
I really love that answer because it's so true. I'm like that as well. I was always very anxious. I still do have that, but I feel like it is my release because I know this content might go to 1 million people, but I can't see them. So walking into like a meeting room where there's like 100 people is so different than just posting something into like this empty space. You know? You blew up, you quit your job, and then you started living a life that most people would dream of having. What felt empty for you now that we know you're looking for a job again or to go back into that world?
More than emptiness, it's this knowing that I can contribute more or that I can be challenged more. Now, yes, people have this idea that working for yourself has to be the most fulfilling thing, but a lot of us are not that self-motivated. And it's not just about being self-motivated, right? It's like, imagine having this super fancy office and you can go there if you want to. You don't have a manager and you have to work alone. You would not enjoy that process, no matter how fancy the office is. So being an influencer is the same thing where, yes, it's a really good life, but at the same time, there is no one telling you exactly what to do. There's no one giving you a path. There is no one that you can bounce off of ideas with. Yes, you might have a videographer or an editor, but no one understands what you're capable of as much. So that's what felt a little bit unfulfilling for me, because when I was at my job, I was constantly learning from women. Like, if I didn't know something, I knew someone else who would have the answers for me. Or if I wanted to pitch an idea, I knew someone that would give me all the knowledge and the tools to help me bring that idea to life. But on social media, I'm completely alone. And when you start getting brand deals and you make enough money to keep going, you also don't have the incentive to work as hard.
Absolutely.
I agree. It's like the lack of structure. Because I've been doing this now for 15 years. And honestly, you wake up and some days you're like, what am I doing today?
Yeah.
I forever need to be busy. I've been working since I was 14, so I'm used to wake up at this time and every hour of the day is structured for me. And if I can see gaps in the day, it gives me anxiety.
You also mentioned that like being an influencer is not that intellectually stimulating.
Yeah.
At first, I was like taken aback. I was like, oh, she said it.
She triggered you.
But you know what? It's true because I studied law. I got a master's in law. And that field for me was so intellectually stimulating. I was always learning something new. And if I didn't know, I had to go read the books.
Yeah.
Same like when you work in the corporate field. And then now that I'm just like, oh, gotta look pretty and like take a good, take a good video, take a good photo. It's like, where is the thought process behind that? So I do agree with you. I feel like a lot of people could disagree because they just want to assume that they're smart and they know everything. But
and also they don't want to face the facts that it's not that difficult.
Yeah.
It's not that difficult. I think that if you have come from a corporate job and then you've stepped into the realm of social media, you realize how much you can be doing with your time.
And also, I think people, they don't want to accept the fact that social media is an easy job, because then they realize that maybe their life is a little bit unfair, if you know what I mean. So even when I was talking about how I just miss the mental stimulation and how much I used to learn, a lot of the comments were completely invalidating my experience, saying that maybe it's just because you're not making enough money. So it can't be true. Like, you can't be willingly going back to the corporate world.
Yeah.
So I did get a few comments about that as well.
Which is not fair. I think the thing about the social media world is that it's time consuming. So yes, it takes time to think of a campaign, then to do it. And then if you're editing it yourself, it takes time to do all of those things and to like execute that campaign or however many campaigns you have. It is time consuming, but that doesn't invalidate your feelings, because it's maybe not like the same pressure that you'd feel as if you had someone constantly managing you, or like you said, to get like a performance evaluation, that means you always have to constantly be on your toes. You have to like be performing at a certain level. When you're a content creator, you don't have that like performance assessment, right? It's
Yeah.
not the same thing.
Do you think that being too honest online has ever cost you opportunities or relationships?
Not relationships. I think my relationships have improved because now everyone's a little bit scared of me. So for me, it's been incredible.
Love that. You're like, yeah, this is me.
For me, it's been incredible.
Do it
Weed
again.
out the trash. Let the trash take itself out.
Yeah, but then in terms of work, I don't know if I've missed out on opportunities because I don't really know if I was pitched in certain rooms, and I don't
Right.
know if anyone looked at my content and said, yeah, we don't want to work with her. I'm not sure. But I do think that, especially in Dubai, if you are someone who is loud and you just say whatever comes to your mind and you're really honest, it does limit you from working with luxury brands. That's what I think. But in the US or in the UK, I've seen huge luxury brands work with anyone who has a personality and who actually have an engaged audience.
Yeah.
So in that way, I do think I have been put in a box, but I don't mind that. Because even when you work with luxury in the Middle East, if they're going to restrict everything that you say, if you have to show up and just show off a product and then do the same, product shots, if that's what it is, then I'm not necessarily keen on doing that. So I think just in terms of like the kind of brands that I've worked with, but regardless, I'm really happy with where I am.
Let's jump into something a little more juicy. I love that you talk about relationships and like your dating experience, and it's so refreshing to see. It really is, because a lot of people just keep it to themselves. Like, why? Why do you keep it to yourself?
I want to hear the
We
tea.
need juice.
I want the juiciness.
I wanted to ask you, what do you think your last relationship taught you?
I don't think they taught me anything good. So do you count it as the full, like the 3-year relationship? Or because I also had a situationship last year, which taught me just as much,
Those are so important.
It's so
Listen,
important,
a
yeah.
situationship will teach you a lot of things that your actual relationship didn't.
And in a
So-
very short amount of time. So I recommend situationships as well now. Like it's like a short online course,
Yeah,
just do it.
Quick one.
Just a quickie.
Just a quick.
My last relationship was about 4 years ago, and that taught me everything because this guy cheated on me with 4 other girls.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've been through it. And then he also faked cancer.
Excuse me.
Oh my God! Wait, I saw that. But I watched that video a long time ago. Wait, that's,
No, that is wild.
what do you mean? How do you?
Did you believe
Sorry.
it?
I had my doubts.
Okay.
Because I've dealt with men who just lie, like who create stories out of nowhere. So I did have a feeling that he was lying about having cancer. But then when I told it to my best friend is someone that just loves to believe in people, right?
Okay.
She asked me to just shut the fuck up. So I kept my mouth shut. But at some point, when I started telling my sister about it, my sister is the one who told me, I have a feeling he's lying about it, like the way he talks to you. I think he's doing it for sympathy. So just be careful. So that's when I questioned him, and then he eventually came out and told me that he was lying about the whole thing.
Oh my
so,
God.
And this is someone I've known for 5 years, right?
Wow.
So through that experience, I learned that you actually only have yourself. You have your family, yes, but you are so responsible for yourself and you can't blame another person for it. And that's when I stopped trusting everyone. And then a few months later is when I started posting on socials, and it just like took off for me. So from that, I feel like I needed that short 3 to 5 depressive years in order to be like happy.
That's crazy, because it's like, what's the reason for lying about something that extreme?
I know.
Because one, why are you even manifesting that? Like, why are you putting that into the universe? Like,
Yes.
that's crazy to
Yeah.
me. Why would you, like, if that, like, why? That's insane. By the way, this hits a nerve because, girl,
Why?
I'm like,
the
oof.
amount that I've been lied to.
And I am talking to someone now, and he does, sweet things for me. But every time I feel like sharing it on social media, not to talk about it, but just, sometimes like, oh, if you have a
yeah.
good experience, might as well talk about it. In my head, I keep hearing bare minimum, bare minimum. Like, it's just like echoing in my head.
Okay, so that's the thing. I agree that there are bare minimum things. I
Yeah.
completely agree. Like, holding the door open is bare fucking minimum. Like, sorry, that's bare minimum. Pulling out your chair. You know what she told me? She's like, a waiter will do that. And I also think that it's okay for the bare minimum to be there, because if he's doing at least that, if he's doing at least the bare minimum,
You're like, give him some credit.
give him credit, because some men are not even doing that. So I love that you do share these like experiences. I'm glad that you learned something from that past relationship, from your what did your situationship teach you?
Oh, yeah.
You didn't tell us.
So I met my situationship on a singles trip. So basically last year, when I was going through another period where I wasn't, doing well, like emotionally, I went to a life coach.
Okay.
And that life coach told me that I need to keep myself open to love. Not to like chase men or to go behind them, but just keep yourself open to the possibility of being loved. And I thought that the best way to be open to love was to go on a singles trip.
Okay.
I don't think that was the best decision, but I still did.
But I did it.
I did it.
Some sense.
Yeah. So I kept myself open, and then I met someone there. I think we hung out for like 2 to 3 days, and then we came back. We met in Bali.
Okay.
And then we came back, and then we continued texting for a while. And then I found out a month later that he had someone back home already. So this man was talking to someone for 4 months and then went on a singles trip.
What?
Pardon?
Exactly.
What? How, and she didn't know about it?
She didn't know it. She watched my YouTube video, and then she put 2 and 2 together.
She would never be none the wiser if she didn't see your video.
Exactly.
And like, how did she see the that's crazy that she's... I didn't even see that video, girl. Like,
because it's on YouTube. You know why? Because the thing is, on that single trip, I also met another crazy man. So I did a whole series on him for Instagram.
Okay.
So I felt like if I talk about the next guy, like this guy, it would be a little bit... Like, yeah, everyone will think that I'm the problem, which I truly am not. So I posted those videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, she reached out to me and she said, hey, I have a feeling we're talking about the same guy. And I was like, how? Like, what's the
correlation?
probability?
Yeah.
And then she said that when he went to Bali, he basically said there was a boys' trip. So he went on this boys' trip, and he said that he met this cool influencer who was checking him out the whole night. That never happened. I'm not someone that just...
he was checking you out the whole night. That's how it went.
I don't know. Whatever. So, and then, so he told her that he started following me, and then, I was checking him out, and then we just became friends. So she started, girls' intuition. We just know. She stalked me, and I'm so happy she did. And she watched my entire YouTube video. It was like maybe a 30-minute video talking about my newest situationship. So she watched the whole thing, and then she put 2 and 2 together, because whatever he was telling me was what he was telling her as well. And that's how she texted me, and then we both... kind of confronted
It's
him.
crazy. You should always trust your intuition.
Yeah.
But
Always trust your
also,
women.
like, stalking is normal. See
is
when I
normal.
tell you that I stalk and it's normal and that's how I get my information, I'm not
How
lying.
much
stalk
she
so
Okay, you two
I'm
peas in a pod.
okay. What's the most craziest stalking situation? Like, have you showed up at someone's house?
That's standard. That's standard. She's like every Saturday I'm outside the house.
Okay. Tell me more, because I've done the same.
Things. One, this is crazy. I hope he doesn't watch this.
You spoke about it.
There's that one. Yeah, I've spoken about that one, but there's another one. So one that I did speak about on the podcast. I started seeing this guy, and I was like, you know what? I had this trauma that maybe he was with someone else, right? So I knew what area he lived in, okay? Like the full area. Let's say like Jumeirah 1.
Okay.
Do you know how many villas are in Jumeirah 1? Okay. So I literally went to Jumeirah 1. I drove around for like an hour and a
Wait,
half.
how long ago was this?
Yesterday.
2 weeks ago? No, this was like it was like 3
years
years
ago?
ago.
Okay.
Yeah, 2.5. I would say 3 years ago. 3 years
Okay.
ago, yeah. It's like when I had just moved back from London, and I like drove through the entire Jumeirah to find his villa, and I was like, oh my god, like this is crazy. As I'm doing an hour in, I'm like,
Wait,
this
how
might
did
be
you?
Crazy.
But how did you know if it was his villa? Like, what were your?
So I didn't know
Hints.
that where his villa was. The only that's the thing. I would not know
Yeah.
which one's his villa. So I was just like praying for a sign.
Were you not
I don't
looking
know.
for his car or something?
That's what I found. I ended up driving and like an hour and a half, and like on the way out, I was like, wait, that's his car. Like I knew his license plate, and I was like, oh my god, that's his house. I found it. Like I found his car, I found his house, whatever, for no reason. Like, well, I'm not gonna go into the house or like knock on. But I just needed to know. Like I don't know why.
If he was with someone else.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
like, are there signs of like a family here? Are there signs? You know,
Okay,
like
yeah,
I
yeah.
needed to just know and like confirm whether or not this person was a normal person. So yeah, I did that once, and
And then did you go in? Did you do anything?
No, I didn't do anything.
Did you
without
get any
permission.
hints?
I got no hints.
What a waste of an opportunity.
It was a waste, hour and a half of gas of my time.
I would have gone in.
She would have
I
knocked on the
should
door.
have, but I was like, what if he lives with his parents? Like, that's also crazy to do. Like, hey,
I've done
is your
that
son
though,
here? You-
which is why I'm supporting you. You should do it.
Oh, I should have
Twinkle's
knocked.
like,
Let me
girl,
go back.
bare minimum.
Yeah, that's
Finding
the
out
bare
where
minimum.
someone lives.
Finding location, that's step number one. There are many more things to do.
I agree.
I can't relate to you guys. I
I-
haven't done anything unhinged.
I know. It's so sad you got married so young. Child bride.
Child bride.
Child bride. I guess the second one, which is not so unhinged, this is pretty normal behavior if you're like us. Just like, dressing up, putting like the hoodie on with the glasses. He tells you he's at this restaurant, you show up at
Have you done
restaurant.
that?
Yes, many times,
few times,
girl.
yeah.
Not just
She's-
once. That's common. That's the bare minimum.
Oh,
for me.
okay.
And the thing with Nadia is, if she'll message you like, "This is what I'm going to do," if you tell her no, she's still going to
I will
do it.
Oh yeah, I would
There's
do the
no
same.
point. You know what? We need
Yeah.
to add
Yeah.
Twinkle into a group chat.
Yeah.
I'm
You
such a
can-
great stalker.
Oh my
Honestly,
God,
I'm
tell
really
us
good.
about your experiences.
So mine, this is when I was really young. So I've been doing this since I've
OG.
been here for a while. I did this
I've
when I
been
was
on-
14.
Okay.
And I was grounded at that time because I have strict Indian parents. I was not allowed to have a boyfriend. I was not allowed to, do anything or step out of the house.
Yeah.
And I kept calling my boyfriend at that time and he wasn't picking up and I had a really bad feeling. Like I knew something was up and I used to hate him drinking, smoking, like doing all of these things.
Yeah.
So one day when he didn't pick up my calls, I took a taxi and listen, I'm 14. I don't
You
even have
can't drive,
cash.
yeah.
I can't drive. So I think I stole like 25 dirhams from my dad's wallet. I took a taxi and I went to his home and I started knocking.
At 14.
At 14.
At 14.
I need your
You
guts.
see? And I was grounded. So if once my mom catches me, I'm back in the house for another 2 years.
If
Yeah,
she wanted
two
to, she...
years.
2 years. My grounding is not until Wednesday. It's until
2 years.
Wednesday, 2025. Wait, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then it was his uncle that opened the door, and then his uncle called him up, and when I met him, he was drunk. So you see, that's my female intuition.
I agree.
Yeah, and so I've done stuff like that. And then a few years later, it was the same guy. We lasted for, 6 years. A few years later, I had a feeling that there was someone at his home. So I took my best friend, and the both of us went under his building. We saw his car. He told me he wasn't home. So then I decided to go on top and then just like listen in. So I did listen in, and I think I did hear a girl like laughing. So
And it wasn't the TV.
exactly, it wasn't the TV. It wasn't that loud. It was just like this muffled, quick, cute
And
laugh.
why was she laughing?
Exactly. So that
Oh my God.
But the crazy thing is that he knows you're crazy, and he still did whatever he did.
No,
So
it's
he's
not
I
well.
know.
Listen, honestly, she's happy. She's better off without someone like that.
Amen.
And if a man gives you that feeling that you need to go stalk him, he's not the one. Like my man has to be like obsessed with me, and like he doesn't want to do anything because he knows I'm crazy. He knows I'm gonna do this kind of
Exactly.
thing. So don't act up.
Okay, so what are your opinions on checking a man's phone? Or like
you're
hacking
asking
into
the wrong person, girl.
No, that's why I
will
asked.
do it.
That's why I asked. What are both of your opinions?
So me personally, right?
Yeah.
Me and my husband have the same pin. Like our code is the same. I've
Her
gone
husband's a
out-
green flag.
Honestly, he's the greenest flag you'll
Yeah.
find. My ex, I'd go
The
through that
red-
man's phone
yeah.
every damn day.
Yeah. So I will say something, right? Like two
Hold
relationships.
on. Is it illegal to go through someone's phone here? It is.
Anyways, this happened before that law was passed.
Also, aren't you a lawyer? So you know all the rules.
Yeah, you better
but
tell
this is a new. I mean, I'm a lawyer in the UK, but this is a new law that they passed. I think last year.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it just got. It's recently passed, and it's
Okay.
a huge fine. I promised myself that I would never be in a relationship where I felt the need to go through a man's phone. So, if
But can you really trust someone that much? Because some men are really good at,
hiding
Yes.
things.
So growing up, my mum always told me you can't vouch for someone unless they're in front of you. She would always. My mum is the biggest feminist ever, honestly. Like,
Okay.
So she would say you can't trust your husband, you can't trust your boyfriend if he's not in front of you. As soon as that man turns the corner, he could be doing X, Y, Z.
Exactly.
And I grew up with that mentality in my mind. However, I think that, well, going from my ex, she's right, okay? But with my husband, honestly, I feel like if you want to go into a healthy relationship, you have to be able to trust your partner. And you have to be able to do it wholeheartedly, where you're like, I trust you. And it's unfair if I don't trust you, because then I'm saying I have doubts in our relationship. It's a tricky one. Look at two Mrs. Toxics here. I just sitting there going, I don't trust that man.
Listen, whoever's coming our way better be good. That's all I'm saying.
Thinking about men and how much you dislike them. What is a hard truth about men that women don't want to accept?
I'm trying to heal. So I have to filter my answer. Okay, a hard truth about men is that they need to realize that they're not really needed.
Okay.
So for them to actually be needed, you need to add value, and not in terms of money or materialistic things. I know that's what we see on social media, but it's actually so easy to be a good man. It's the best time to be a good man because look at us, we're fighting for the bare minimum.
Yeah.
So as a man, I think if you realize sooner that you need to be needed in a woman's life, I think it will help them. And in
Agreed.
turn, I think it'll help us.
This is
That
great.
is great
This
advice.
episode is for the girlies and
And
for
the
the guys, because it's true. Like there's so the pool. What is it? The ocean?
Yeah.
The pool?
It's
The sea?
a swamp.
Yeah.
Okay,
A
it's a swamp right now. The swamp is swamping, but it's so easy to be a good guy. Like it's very like it's really just the bare minimum.
Exactly.
Be kind, be loving, be consistent. Be responsible. Do little like acts of service. It's not that hard. Like when you really think about it. How do you get your spark back when you have a creative block? Whether it's writing, whether it's content.
I think you need to let me know when you get the answer because I'm in that phase now.
Right now.
Where I'm.
Should I tell you what some other guests have told us?
yes.
Yeah,
that would
tell
be
me. I will
good.
just, repeat one of their answers.
Okay, we had Dima Ayad on the podcast, which is amazing, and she told us that sometimes she needs to just get on a plane, and she literally went to New York, stayed there for 8 hours, and then flew right back. Finished the entire collection on her plane ride. Yeah, so I was like, that is genius. I travel a lot. So do you. You travel a lot too. So maybe sometimes it's like instead of just watching a movie or like I don't know, like falling asleep or something, maybe it's like good to do something creative.
Yeah, which is why I'm actually going to the UK in 2 weeks to meet, to meet friends and just to stay in an Airbnb. I'm hoping that will give me some new experiences. But the thing is, when I was in the corporate world, I feel like I had a lot more ideas. I was a lot more creative, and I was a lot more like I had a lot more energy and just things that I constantly wanted to do. But since becoming an influencer and having all this time, now I feel like I've just lost that creative, that creative mind that I used to have. So I feel like just being in the momentum can help you.
But I also think that, right, like you said, the corporate world, you're constantly absorbing ideas from everywhere.
Yes.
You're attending like events, but from a different side. And like you're reading other like magazines or other articles just so that you can get your creative juices flowing. But then when you have all this time, what do we do? Doom scroll, literally. You said it too. Like we sit and we doom scroll, and then you're not actually absorbing anything. Like I'm genuinely not. Like I read this thing that's like, can you remember the last, or like at least 5 videos that you scrolled through today? No? Hell no. Are you kidding me? I don't remember what I even ate for breakfast.
Honestly, no.
What, 5 videos? What do you think is your biggest red flag?
Honestly, I don't think I have any red flags, which could be the red flag.
I agree.
So I'm self-obsessed and self-aware. I honestly don't think I have any major red flags. Yeah.
I have the same answer, by the way.
Right?
When's your birthday?
June 24th, Cancer.
Cancer. I love Cancer.
Oh, my sister.
But do you actually think you have any major red flags? Because I feel like if I have a red flag, I would change it.
Okay, so yeah, I do think I do have a few red flags, but not a few. I mean, like you're right. I take that as like constructive feedback and I like heal it. I think my red flags are actually a positive thing. I think I'm really. Sorry, that sounded crazy.
I think I'm perfect, but you said it with such conviction.
I know, that's what shocked me. At least I told you that I'm self-aware and self-obsessed. For you, it's like my red flags are all positive.
I really do think that my red flags are positive because like I'm very empathetic, and I would say that that's a red flag because I take on like people's pain as if it were my pain, which is hard for me to go through that. But it's actually a nice thing to have empathy in this harsh, cold world, So that's it. I'm good.
My red flag is I genuinely don't think I'm wrong, like ever.
Okay, so we're all the same.
The only thing that I need to work on is going to the gym. That's literally it. And then I am 10 out of 10.
I agree.
Maybe my red flag is that if I believe something, then it's very hard to convince me to, think differently. Maybe that's my red flag.
Oh,
That's a
maybe.
good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I just feel like you stand on your opinion.
Exactly.
What's
So
wrong
that's
with
a
that?
positive. So
Standing on business.
technically, I'm perfect.
You're
and
just-
so are you guys.
We're all green flags.
Okay, cool.
So
Let me
forget that
see.
question.
Yeah, let's just cut that
Why
out.
did I even ask that question?
Okay, what is the quickest way someone can give you the ick?
I
just
think
think of one.
stingy men, it really pisses me off. Like when, especially when it's a small amount. Like I understand the bigger amounts, but if it's like a coffee or a Diet Coke and they, wait for you to pick up your wallet.
Wait
No.
for. You better wait for me to walk out.
I'm
Because I'm
get to
walking out. I'm leaving.
Some people walking.
Gotta get my 10K steps. I start here. Well, I was gonna say Shema Sabri came on the podcast and she said this like beautiful saying in Arabic.
Yeah, I actually watched. That
You
was
said
really
that. So if you haven't seen that, it's that if a man is stingy with his money, he's stingy with his emotions.
Yes.
And I think it's so true because like you can't just pick and choose where you're stingy. It's
Exactly.
your personality. It's your characteristic. So yeah, don't be stingy if you're a man.
And are you guys stingy with men? Like, do you like to spend on men?
I love buying gifts for someone. I don't know what it is. It makes me happy. It might not even be their love language, but it makes me happy buying gifts for someone.
Interesting. I will never spend money. I will never spend money on a man.
Oh.
At all. Just once a year on his birthday, if I need to. If it's like, I'll do like a very thoughtful gift. That's something really cute and thought out. Like I wrote something or do whatever, and then like if he's lucky, he'll get like if we've been together long enough, he'll
But
get
what
a
about
gift.
even down to like friendships? Do you like buying like...
Oh, for my friends, yeah. I don't want to buy anything for my man. Like he is put on this earth to spend money on me. Prove yourself to me. Like you should be spending on me. Like there's no reason for me to be spending on you. I genuinely like live by that. The only time I'll spend money is like if he's bought me or taken me on 100 dates, I'll buy him a coffee.
Okay.
That's it.
That's good.
He doesn't have to spend a lot of money. And like, I'm not asking for this extravagant person. However, if you can't afford the thing, I'm not going to pay for it. Like, it's fine if it's just like a casual lunch as opposed to like an extravagant one, you know?
Yeah. I think when people hear us say things like this, that, oh, a man has to spend money on you, like he has to be generous, they probably think that we expect grand gestures or like these 1,000 bouquets or
Yeah.
a fancy dinner. But honestly, it's not it. It's just if we go out and if you are adamant on getting the bill, even if it's just a casual place, that speaks volumes about the kind of person that he is.
Agreed.
So it's not about the fancy dinners or the bouquets or anything of that sort. It's just having that mentality to take care of you and to take you to places and to spend on you. I think that is very important.
I agree because I think that as women, what we're attracted to is the security aspect.
Yeah.
And by a man showing you that he's willing to go in his pocket and pay is showing that he is a provider. And like we said, we're not asking you to take us to a fancy restaurant. If you want to, fantastic. But we could go to Pottery. But the fact that you've paid for this date shows me that you are a provider.
Yeah.
And we want a provider. We don't want to be in our masculine energy.
If every girl listening could take one piece of advice from you and actually apply it, what would it be?
I think if there's any piece of advice that I could give, whether that's with personal growth or just the corporate world, whatever it is, I think it's about you need to get better at making decisions quick. Because a lot of people sit on the same decision for months. They take months overthinking and making sure that they're, taking the right decision. But you'll never know until you try, whether that is about quitting your job or whether that's about going back to your job or about going on a date. The quicker you learn to do things, the faster you'll get into the momentum of things working out. And for me, every time I think about, okay, why did my corporate job work so well for me, or why did I blow up on Instagram so quickly and it came so easily to me, is because I was so quick with everything. When I got the idea to make my first video, it took me 2 minutes to decide to just post it. Like, who cares? It took me 2 minutes to do that. When I decided to quit my job, it was literally while I was having lunch and I got a message from, I think it had to do with my work. And, at that minute I thought, well, I don't actually want to work a job anymore, so might as well just quit it. And I went back to my desk and I told my manager that I want to leave in 3 months. And that's how quick I've been at making decisions. Even every single apartment that I've moved in, it's always been the first apartment that I've seen and I've liked. I've never sat and ruminated over the decision. And it helps so much. Speed is so underrated. And the quicker you're able to move and pivot through life in your 20s, the quicker you will attract success. And
That is the best advice that anyone has ever given me.
We have a fun little game segment for you before we go. It's all about would you date him if? So, would you date him if he was perfect but broke?
Is it broke plus generous or broke plus stingy?
We could do broke plus generous.
Yeah, we could do.
He's
Yeah.
perfect, right?
Yeah.
So he's generous.
Yeah, I
With
would.
the 10 dirhams that he has.
It's fine. But you know what? He's probably got ambition because he's perfect.
Yeah.
So he's not always going to be broke, is he?
And also, generosity is something that you cannot teach a stingy man whatsoever. So you could be dating a rich guy, and whether he makes 5,000 dirhams a month or 50,000 dirhams a month, the stinginess will never change. But
Yeah.
a broke but generous guy, right now he could be making nothing, but 5 years from now, when he grows,
Agree.
that's when we cash in.
Yeah. Okay, would you date him if he treated you amazing but you weren't attracted to him?
Probably.
Right?
Yeah, me
Because
too.
there's like a Big Brother effect that have you ever heard of the Big Brother effect?
That's incestual.
No, what are you talking about? Big Brother, Big Brother like the show.
Oh, I never watched
So
it.
so the Big Brother effect is basically that if you are surrounded by a group of people, you will slowly become attracted to them. That's not your preference in men. After a few years, you're going to start being attracted to them.
Wow.
Yeah, kind of like the notion that love can grow,
Yeah, I agree.
or you can learn to be attracted to someone.
And also with men, I don't really think there are a lot of good-looking men to begin with. So I'm
How
used
you
to their
always look at
ugliness. So if
women.
their personality is good, I can deal with
Yeah.
it.
Would you date him if he had a past that you didn't respect?
I would love to sit here and pretend like I wouldn't. But we've seen what happens sometimes. You know, you meet someone and if they say they've changed. So I don't know. I would love to sit and say that I would never do that. But then I know God and he will humble me very quickly. So I'm just
Yeah.
going to say maybe.
Would you date him if he didn't post you at all?
You know, if I was not on social media, I probably wouldn't date someone who'd never post me. But now I also have this fear. Are you posting me because you want to show that you're with an influencer?
Yeah.
Is that your reason? So because of that, I prefer to keep it private. I don't want a man to benefit from me,
Yeah.
from me whatsoever.
Agreed.
Even if that's an IG post. I want to strip away all their rights and perks. So no posting
Twinkle
me.
for president.
So no posting me. You don't even get one like.
Yeah.
So
Good.
I'm actually the opposite. I don't want a guy to post me.
Would you date him if he earned less than you forever?
Yes. And it's because I really like making more money than men.
Oh, why?
I don't know why. It's just because if a man makes more money than me, I think about how to make more money than him. Like for me, it's like,
Competition.
what do you have that I don't for you to make more money? So I get a
Healthy
little bit
competition.
competitive. It's a bit of a competition.
What's so special about you, sir?
So I don't mind earning more than a guy. At one point, I used to truly believe that I want a guy to, earn more than me. But also, even men's ego, if they earn a lot more than you, they are a little bit condescending.
And
so I like,
controlling.
yes. So I
Yes.
like the fact that I a lot more than the guys that I go out with, but I do expect them to spend their money on me. So it's a little bit,
Absolutely.
it's kind of like,
Absolutely, yeah.
like the tax system. I know it's unfair.
Pay me your tax.
It's a bit unfair, but they still have to spend money
Nothing
on
is
me. That's my
unfair.
rule.
Would you date him if he gave you peace but no excitement?
Yes, I prefer that. Going through his phone, I can do like crazy things to bring that instability. But he has to give me peace.
Oh, Twinkle, this was amazing.
This has been one of
Thank
my
you.
favorite episodes.
I know, me too.
Do you guys say that to everyone? Because I'm going to go back
Actually,
and
go
listen.
back and
I've
check.
only
We
said it
actually-
to one person.
Who?
I've only said it to one person, and that was Dima. But it's because she gave us so much
It was
life
a completely
lesson.
different episode. It
Yeah.
was more about her career and stuff like that. But this
And
has
like
been
life lessons about being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
To me,
Okay.
this was like a fun, girly chat.
over coffee.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was like so funny. I can't wait to like just see how this episode turns out because I couldn't stop laughing. I probably have creases in my makeup.
Well, your eyes were red before, and now they are. They are red, girl.
Let me
Looks
tell
like
you
you've
why,
been
guys.
crying.
I put oil on my face and it seeped into my eye. I'm perfectly normal.
Yeah, this episode was super fun, especially when we spoke about how crazy we can be. It was very invalidating. Sorry, it was very validating. It was very
We haven't even
validating.
dived deep. We need to do a part 2 and actually discover how crazy you two are.
We can
We
do a
should,
whole.
we should get a psychologist on here and have you two ask them questions because honestly,
We're gonna
how
make them
crazy you two are.
We're going to convince
okay.
them to go back home and check their husband's phone.
They're gonna need
They're gonna
psychologists.
need therapy after.
That's
No.
so funny. This was honestly incredible. Genuinely, like you gave me more than what I was expecting. Like not that I wasn't expecting much, but like you like surpassed everything. I felt like I knew everything about you from stalking you.
Well, you are a stalker.
But now I know so much more that we're crazy.
It's like now I found a new bestie.
I can't wait to see what you're gonna do with your social media, with going back into like the corporate world. what kind of like position are you looking for? Do you know?
My ideal role would be something that gives me just 2 to 3 days of work per week. Just for like 3 to 4 hours every day. That's all I want. And I don't care if it's a bit boring. I just need that structure.
Right.
So maybe freelance or part-time is what I'm looking at. But it has to be a really good company.
Okay.
So it has to be a very good company. I can be a little small fish there, but I just need to be surrounded by women that know a lot more and that I can ask questions and learn from. So
Well, you heard it here. Anyone listening, Twinkle's ready to be hired. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode, and we'll see you on Wednesday.